On this edition, I try to go down this hill holding onto a sled strapped to 6 sprinting dogs. Hey, you! Read this. I didn't sleep well the night before, but that's okay.
Morning.
Because instead of waking to an alarm clock, I awoke to the wafting smell of bacon throughout the dome home.
Our final meal.
How you doing, David? Good morning.
My fellow travelers and I are sitting down for our last room temperature breakfast. That's Katie on the left. She's a student from Australia.
Can't feel my thumbs.
Bill is a Ukrainian living in upstate New York. He likes things on the extreme side.
What's your prediction for today, Bill?
We're gonna win.
We're gonna win?
We're about to take a bite out of life. And we're feeling really confident because the day before, John from Earth Song Lodge had shown us the ropes. Him and his assistant JJ gave us a lowdown, and it caught our attention.
Glad to see that everyone is relatively young and physically fit, because these are not the ideal dog sledding conditions. They're not terrible, but we've had very low snow.
John gave us a thorough training day where we learned everything we needed to know.
This is your parking brake on your sled.
John believes very strongly in hands-on training, so he brought out the dogs and we got to work, with varying degrees of success. But by day's end, practice had made perfect. And now that practice was all about to be put to the test, now would be the perfect time to say something profound, right?
Here we go!
My bad.
Woo!
In full disclosure, this footage was taken when I was sitting in the sled on training day. Why? Because this is what it looks like in reality. And I'm just naive enough to try to capture it all on film. Which, as you can imagine, is a little bit of a challenge.
Well, they're just stopping.
But as quickly as it started,
My tow line is off in the front.
it came to a screeching halt.
The tow line came off on one of the lead dogs.
Or that's what I thought. Until my dogs decided otherwise. But pretty soon everything started to mellow out a little bit. I could relax and actually do my job.
As you can imagine, it's not easy getting the video camera out when you're mushing, but we're starting to see some good sights here.
Things are going so well, I start to have some fun.
I'm leaving on a dog team. Back when the natives first settled this land, they didn't have digital video cameras, laptops. It was all Commodore 64s and analog tapes, so...
The next thing you know, I'm going across the frozen Savage River. And I'm holding on for dear life. Because I've only got one hand on the sled. The other's running the camera. At the moment that I hit the brakes on the sled, it came to me what the subtitle of this mushing blog should be.
Ice, camera, action. Woo!
When we reached the point of our first break, I paused and looked around and thought, this rocks.
Can you see that behind me? Can you see that? Can you see that? Starting to get our first shots of the mountains here.
As we mushed on a little further, we suddenly found ourselves having a close encounter with a celebrity.
Alright, well, we arrived at the bus. John just said the snow's not very good, so we gotta put our lines down and disconnect our back 4 dogs.
This is the bus that was featured in the movie Into the Wild. And as you can see, fame really has not gone to its head. Many people outside of Alaska view the main character of the movie as a modern-day Thoreau, but to most Alaskans, he's viewed as a tragic figure.
Bible, writing.
Those that visit the bus often leave things behind.
Buddha's quote, "There is no way to happiness, happiness is the way."
That's my personal favorite.
Oh hey.
And speaking of happy, Katie seems to be focused on the positive.
A little bit cold. I feel my fingers and my toes though, so that's a good sign.
That's a good thing.
We took a few minutes more to look around and pose for some pictures.
Hi!
And then it was time to let the dogs do what they do best. And what they do best, and what they love the most, is to run.
been surprising. We've been below zero basically all day, and with this suit and this hat and everything, temperature-wise, I've been very fine.
As the end of our first run was coming to an end, John stopped us with a warning. The hardest part of the trail
I'll stop and warn you about the hills.
was dead ahead.
Ugliest part of the day is ahead. We're a couple hundred yards from the cabin. Bye-bye.
I had to put my camera away to go down what they call the Sushana Steps, but it went something like this. And the aftermath looked like this.
Do I look like I ate it? Because I did. Hard. This is the face of eating snow.
We didn't realize it at the time, but at 15 below, we had just finished what would be the warmest day of the trip. John and JJ fed the dogs a nice hot meal, and
Probably going to go to Scotland.
we got seriously pampered with some good food.
When they get worse.
You see that pot that Bill's reaching into? That pot is filled with risotto on a mushing trip.
For a little bit more of a lunch break. This is the go-to.
In the immortal words of the rapper Ice Cube, today was a good day. And as John turned out the lights, our dogs decided to serenade us to sleep.
Surrounded by caribou right now.
In our next edition, we have what you'd call a wildlife encounter.
They're on the left, on the right.
And I continue to try to find a balance between getting footage
Sorry, tripod coming on.
and saving my butt.
There they go.
It's a delicacy, hot water.
Katie finds joy in the simple things in life. And the highest peak in North America joins our magic carpet ride. In fact, here, enjoy a few seconds of it.
Come on, everybody, open up your mind. What you do not seek, you shall not find. Never be afraid to open your heart and see it. Believe, free it. Come on, everybody, just let yourself go. You're fooling yourself if you think you're in control. Written in the stars, it can never be